Keith, your camera's just come off. So yes, just a reply to a Sam Smith video a couple of 3 weeks ago when he recounted his childhood memories with his father, and my childhood memory with my father, which comes to mind, is I'd be about 10, maybe 9, and we used to go out for a ride on a Sunday afternoon. My mum used to suffer with an ulcer, and I think she used to struggle a little bit on a Sunday afternoon, so we used to go out the way, and we ended up in Trowell. We ended up in Trowell, and if anybody knows Nottingham, there was a canal. Whether it's still there at Trowell or it's been cleaned out, but anyway, back in the day it was overgrown, and we just parked up and had a little sit down, and I saw this giant rat, and I'm talking, it was the size of a small Springer or a large Cocker Spaniel. It was absolutely enormous. So by the time I shouted, "Oh look Dad," the darn thing had gone. So told my mum, she didn't believe me. Told my school friends, teachers, they didn't believe me. Anyway, many years later, I was working with a guy who was quite learned on local history, and I don't know why we got onto the subject, but we did mention this giant rat, and he said, "Oh yeah, somebody around about that time, I was a private collector, or it was a small zoo, but he actually had koi pews which escaped and bred." So if you know what a koi pew is, it's basically like a giant rat. And I seem to have lost everyone now. Yeah, so it is a giant rat, and the biggest in that family is a capybara, which is about the size of a medium-sized pig, and they do actually eat them in South America. So but yeah, so I didn't dream it, it wasn't hallucinating, it was a giant rat. So, and the little black and white ones, they're lovely they are, and they taste delicious apparently. Why would this only be at 50 miles an hour? That's just silly. Well, the roads are drying out, that's nice. Well, I've not been down this way before. Well, if I have, it's been a very, very, very long time, and I'd probably be a knee high to a tadpole. So, very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Ah, reminds me of the Scottish borders, it does. Okay, I went to Scotland, you know, to see my Scottish clan. I went with Wallace. Okay, I did. Well, the mosquitoes appreciated him. He's the only one that actually attacked. Well, not mosquitoes, but the midges. And they must have thought, aha, we tasted you a couple hundred years ago. We're having some of yours, Sonny. But nobody else got nibbled. And we didn't find it too much of a problem, actually. The midges, I know they can be bad, but apparently that's really, really right up the north. We went as far up as Ben Nevis. That's as far as I went up. Didn't climb up Ben Nevis, went on a cable car. Fort William, don't you know? And there's some beautiful rides from there. There's one particular ride, and you know, 1 minute you're sort of in the mountains round you and lochs, and then the landscape opens out, and if you imagine it a little bit more arid and parched, you know, you'd think you're in Arizona or somewhere. It's fantastic. And then another little bit around the corner and you could be on the Serengeti. It's just wow, unbelievable. Excuse me. I don't know if we've lost a couple of people. We don't seem to have the two 125s with us. So we seem to be down to 6, and I'm sure there was 8. So we've opened her up now, so I'm sure they'll play catch up. So more beautiful views. And rapidly drying roads, which is good. I still can only see 3 lights in my mirror, so should be 5. I'm already pootling at 50, so they should catch up, but I've got no sign of them in the mirror at all. That is some weird scenery, but absolutely lovely. Little bit sort of as you would draw a countryside with rolling hills, isn't it? But a bit naive sort of thing. Gorgeous. Something out of a noddy book I would read back in the 60s or something. It's just absolutely delightful. Pike Hall, Pike of Pike Hall. Nice little spot if you lived in this, well, you wouldn't call it a village, would it? It'd be a hamlet, I guess. I know, it might be a village, there's a few more there now. No, you can't beat village life. Well, you can if you want internet, but if you're not that bothered about internet, you can't beat village life.